have to be tied. Face round.
Welcome. We are back. Welcome to another episode of the Swoosh Hoops podcast, episode number 49. We got myself, EricL, aka my team is 2-3. It's still early, but I got some concerns. We got Armani, aka Armeezy Bone, 80-2.
Oh, boom.
And also we got Ernest, aka Chip 18. Josh is not here, but he's
Shout out to you, Josh.
He's probably down in Miami celebrating a win last night with the team. So in today's episode, we're gonna recap the 2 a.m. bombshell trade between the 76ers and the Clippers. James Harden getting his wish, going to the Clippers along with PJ Tucker. In exchange, the 76ers they get back Nick Batum, Marcus Morris, Robert Covington, and KJ Martin, and slew of draft picks. Also, we're gonna recap the first week of the NBA season. A lot of stuff happening, a lot of surprises, some constants, and some things that'll make you go and shake your head. Also, we'll discuss tomorrow is the start of the new in-season tournament. As you can see in the background, the course that have been revealed for all 30 teams. Also, the NBA, Nike, and the NBA have unveiled the NBA City editions. So we're gonna also look into that. And so just stay tuned, subscribe, log into this channel, follow, subscribe to this channel, and we're going to begin. So first item up a bit, the James Harden trade to the Clippers. So finally at 2 a.m. in the morning on Halloween night, it's been finally announced that James Harden was traded to the 76ers. Well, traded from the 76ers to the Clippers, along with PJ Tucker. Excuse me. Along with to the Sixers for Nicholas Batum, Marcus Morris, Robert Covington, KJ Martin, and a slew of draft picks. The draft compensation that the Clippers are sending to the Sixers, 2026 Clippers first round pick via the OKC Thunder, the 2028 Clippers first round pick unprotected, 2 second round picks, and 1 pick swap, and also Oklahoma City Thunder. I think they send a draft to the 76ers. So, Ernest, Amani, give us your reactions on the trade, and how does this trade for the Clippers? How does it affect their roster going forward? And how does this package for the Sixers? Do you like it? Do you not like it? How does it affect Joel Embiid? Because that's another question that's gonna have to come down the line for the Sixers. And does it help the Sixers in the short term now or long term?
I'll start by saying, I mean, remember when the alert happened, when we all got the notification, we was just like, all right, he got traded, but what's the rest of the news? Like, who else is in the deal? Then come to find out, as the details of the trade started to come out, I was a little surprised that, brothers like Terrence Mann and Norman Powell wasn't in the deal, because I know that was the deal breaker for the Clippers. Like, all through the summer when James Harden was cutting the promos in China, calling Daryl Morey a liar and everything, like the Terrence Mann, like that was the nope, deals off the table. But to hear that he was not in the deal, it's actually surprising, So then I hear the haul that the 76ers got back. Robert Covington, ass. Nick Batum, ass. Then they get Marcus Morris, ass. Like KJ Martin, all right, young dude. So like just pretty much all they wings, right? Well, yeah, all they wings except for PJ. I just think it's crazy that that PJ got out of there, yo. But yeah, like Sixers got the Hall of Wings, and then then the picks start to come through. So, Eric and I was talking the other day, and we was just like, I'm like, yo, I did not like the return that the Sixers got. Like, they settled. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like they could have dragged this out. But knowing with the possibility of what the 76ers can do, knowing that they still have Joel Embiid on the team, and the question is like, all right, if he stays, you're gonna have to keep him happy. And what do? Right? Eric brought up a good point. As in Donovan Mitchell. Me personally, I don't think Donovan and Embiid moves the needle. I don't think Zach LaVine and Embiid moves the needle. Excuse me. But I guess this puts the Sixers in a great spot just in case if they just want to, ship out Embiid to another team and get a haul of picks and start the rebuild process all over again. But as far as the Clippers, well, as far as James Harden, I know he had his press conference today, and he was just talking about how he felt like he had a leash when he was in Philly, and how he is what did he say? He's not a part of a system. He is the system. All right, how's that been going on for you, buddy? Because I mean, you got your MVP award. What else? What else can you do? This your fourth team. This your third time playing with Russ. Third time teaming up with PJ Tucker. Now you got 4 LA dudes in the starting lineup. So like, remember when I said in the beginning of the season, Ernest and Eric, I said I was like, yo, I feel like the Clippers are always there, but I don't care. I don't care because every single season ends the same way. Now you get a little more flexibility because if brothers like PG and Kawhi want to low manage and stuff like that, you got Russ who's been hooping and James, running the show, and they still got solid role players as well. But now it's like, all right, you got a new arena coming up, being done. What it's supposed to open next August. Y'all gonna have to make something happen. Y'all gonna have to win a championship. Or so let me ask y'all this question real quick. So if this team does not get it done, James, Kawhi, PG, Russ, if this team does not get it done, will it be worse than the Nets' big three with KD, Kyrie, and Harden?
Just as bad. I mean, the at the very least, when we got to see KD, Kyrie, and Harden, we knew what could have been. Like injuries derailed that. They were gonna win. They were gonna win the chip that season.
Right.
So this may be. This may be
Josh. Where you at, bro?
Yeah, shout out to Josh.
Josh, where you at, bro?
This may be something. It depends on how it looks like on the floor. Like the whole notion of like he was on a leash. It's like, all right, you were the primary ball handler on the Sixers. You were allowed to kind of do the things you wanted to do to a certain degree because you had another star on your team. Again, this is kind of repetitive, right? Like if he's paired up with another star, there's always an issue that he has later down the line. At first, everything's all kumbaya and honeymoon in the beginning, like when he had Dwight or when he had Chris Paul or Russell Westbrook, and then all of a sudden, towards the end of that, it got really messy, and he wanted to play a certain way. So like. It's like you're saying you want to play a certain way. You're the system, and you were on a leash in Philly, but like you were the guy that set the tone. Aside from Embiid, now you're going to a team that's three elite ball handlers, and adding yourself as the fourth. So I don't know what that's going to look like. I mean, they're going to have some work cut out for them because. What Russell Westbrook and James Harden can't do is try to play point guard at the same time, because then you got Harden that's gonna he tends to play iso balls. Russ gonna stand in the corner. There's gonna have to be a lot of movement. The Clippers are a heavy iso ball team, like heavy. So especially when the offense breaks down, or even when Russ is not on the floor, like when Russ is on the floor, there's a better pace that the Clippers play at. They get out and run when he's on the floor, but when he's not on the floor, it's strictly the offense breaks down, and it's Kawhi 1-on-1, PG 1-on-1. And don't get me wrong, like those guys can get you buckets, but if Kawhi's at the top of the three, doing his ISO thing, you're going to have James Harden as a spot up shooter? I don't think that's what he wants to do. So
right,
it's going to be interesting to see what this looks like. Obviously, him saying he's the he is the system. I would like to see how that philosophy works out with Ty Lue.
right,
Because he's going to have to play a certain way, and at the end of the day, like playing the James Harden type of ball, yes, it's entertaining. But Kobe said this. And well, I mean, when you see the amount of points he puts up, like during that run, it's impressive.
It's video game like.
Yeah. But like Kobe and T-Mac said, a few years back in an interview, like playing that way, yeah, it's great for your individual stats and all that stuff. But that's not winning basketball. So it's interesting to see what's that going to become of. But I think they're going to be in for a long, season trying to figure this out. On the Sixers side of things, I don't, and forgive me, I don't think so highly of Terrence Mann. I think Terrence Mann is a good player, but for him to be the stickler, I necessarily think that made any sense anyway, because realistically, like, yes, he's going to get minutes if he were a Sixer, but like him and Maxey play the same exact position. And at least on the Clippers, he was going to be starting versus now coming off the bench, if he was with the Sixers. Obviously, they got some wings in Batum, Robert Covington, and Robert Covington, and Marcus Morris. Those guys are getting up there in age. The most intriguing part is the picks, right? Because I don't think Philly stands pat. I think they may package, some of these guys on the roster with those picks to get somebody, either like a Zach LaVine or, depending on what's happening in Chicago, DeMar DeRozan or Donovan Mitchell. I don't necessarily, like that tender, but you got to get what you got to get, and you got to make your MVP happy at the end of the day, because what you don't want is you start to flame out, and then then he's starting to question, like, man, like, is this someplace I want to be long term because I want to win, and then now he's starting to look elsewhere, which if he hasn't so already. So I don't call it a win-win for both sides. Obviously, Philly had to get Harden out of there. Like, you couldn't hold on to him, you couldn't stand pat any longer, I think, because at the end of the day, he was showing up. He was on the bench. He was at practice, because the practices that he missed, they said were excused. So it wasn't like he was just not going, but he was making it really uncomfortable for them. So it's like, where are you going to find him? You guys sat him out. You can't find him. So they had to do something to get rid of him, at least to move on. And I don't know where to go from here though, because it's going to be interesting. We'll see. We'll see what happens.
Well, I know one thing though. If we're gonna talk about them Clippers, y'all seen that game last night, yes sir.
Speaking of the Clippers, I know you hear that sound.
Yes, sir. Yo, hold on. Let me just read a stat, because they made sure to. So yesterday, going into tonight's game, I know he didn't play, but they did a little segment on, like, LeBron has played like over 1,000 players in his 21 year. Whatever, right? And they said there's only one player, to my knowledge, right? One player who is undefeated versus LeBron, and y'all won't even guess who that is. And that is Terrence Mann. That is Terrence Mann.
Yeah.
And then when we beat the Clippers yesterday, they said the Lakers beat the Clippers for the first time in 1,189 days. They had lost their last 11 meetings, tied for the longest win streak against the Lakers in franchise history. The last time we beat the Clippers was in the bubble.
Yeah.
In the bubble. And then remember, that was a season that everybody had the Clippers winning the championship. Clippers and Lakers in the Western Conference Finals. Clippers reigning supreme, because opening night they got the best of us. AD posted up like 60 times. Danny Green had like 26 points. He was a fluke. Kawhi was like prime MJ, shooting fadeaways and stuff like that.
Like he was last night in the first quarter. I mean,
Oh my
Kawhi.
gosh.
I'm not gonna lie. Listen, as much as I never hate a player, but like Kawhi is one of the players I dislike the most, because of the whole debacle and all that. But like, you got to respect the man's game. It is a tough watch if you're an opponent, but if you're a fan, I can only imagine the confidence that you have with this guy on your team. The mid range is automatic, so
automatic. My God.
But last night was a man. What a game that was, because all the stars showed up to play. Every single one.
Man, if you
showed
bet
up and played.
you want some chicken.
Yeah, right.
You want some chicken.
So listen, at the end of the day, the Lakers had to take care of business. It was almost like, out, and they came out, and it's crazy because last night, 2 nights ago rather, the Clippers played the Magic in a back-to-back, and they beat them significantly. But they came out the gate struggling from the field. I think like Kawhi and PG and Russ combined for like 2 for like 12 or 2 for 13 coming out, and I think Armani was you that said, yeah, like tomorrow night they're gonna it's gonna look crazy. Like
it wasn't me. I honestly didn't give a damn, but I know a couple people on Twitter was like reposting their predictions from the light. They was like, I think Guru might have said something. A few other Laker fans that we follow on Twitter, they was like, yo, watch Kawhi go for like 35 in the first half, and lo and behold.
And it's crazy because LeBron said the same thing at his post-game press conference. He was like, he was watching the game and he saw how they struggled, and he was like, in the first quarter of our game, they're gonna come out on fire. And sure enough, they did.
Yep.
And
it took me a minute to tune into the game, but then I just see everybody like, oh my God, Kawhi this, Kawhi that. Kawhi sees red when he sees LeBron. And I'm like, bro, he has 18 points in the first quarter. He had 4 threes. Like, bro, what? Like,
and I'm just sitting there, and it's crazy. I'm just sitting there like watching it. I'm like, this is expected.
Yeah.
And, I didn't, and I hate it. I hate like it came to that like realization, like we're just never gonna beat these guys. And come out in the first quarter, I was just like, I'm just gonna watch it. I even tweeted like, yo guys, go ahead and like get your rhythm in. Austin, get back in your rhythm.
Yeah.
Let's run some offense to kind of, get some continuity with the offense. We only had 8 rotation players. Gabe Vincent was hurt. Jared Vanderbilt hasn't played a game yet in the season. Rui Hachimura was out with a concussion. Who else didn't play? Who else was out?
Taurean Prince.
Taurean Prince was a late scratch. Mm-hmm. So, like when I saw we started Cam Reddish, I was like, yeah, it's gonna be that type of night. But shout out to Cam Reddish because he definitely had some bright spots in the game last night. The more time you give him, it's starting to look like the more he's starting to kind of adapt. Like, something that the Knicks and Hawks didn't do. Hey, listen, we take care of players on this side.
Fire Tibbs.
So, it was good to see. The biggest thing was like them rallying back. And like D'Lo had such a great third quarter. And Austin getting back in his rhythm. And we had some bright spots by Max Christie as well. So, and AD has been the constant ever since the first game. After that, has been the constant. Averaging, I believe, 25 and a half or 26 points this season so far. Leads the league in rebounding and blocks. So, AD's been holding his own. Obviously, we don't want him playing 40 minutes and LeBron playing 40 plus minutes. Mm-hmm. But we only had 8 rotation guys. There's only so much you can ask. Right. So good win. We got Orlando. Our next game is Saturday, so we got some rest in between yesterday and in the next game. We're at Orlando on a road trip. And we'll see what comes out of it. But I like what I'm seeing so far. Obviously, there is some tinks to work out with the rotations and stuff of that nature. Shout out to Darvin Ham for going with a 3 big lineup, which literally disrupted the game for the Clippers. He went with Jackson Hayes at the 5, AD at the 4, Christian Wood at the 3. Your 2 was LeBron, and your 1 was either Austin or D'Lo. So, or sometimes they were throwing Cam Reddish. So that that lineup was a huge lineup, and it disrupted the offense of Kawhi Leonard. But then their weapon was PG was really playing well. Like the threes he took were like insane. The threes he was taking and making was insane.
It was very like T-Mac like.
Right. Yeah. It was definitely T-Mac like. So all the stars came to play. Russ had a triple-double. You know what I'm saying?
Oh wow. I didn't know that.
Yes. He had a triple-double. Was going at Austin Reeves. So it was a great competitive game. The stuff you like to see, but the Lakers prevailed, and hey man, we're never going to see anything like LeBron James. We will never see something like that. So
speaking of which,
that was right on cue. Crazy.
Come on, man.
And then he hit the FU3.
Come on, man.
He hit the FU3. Like, yo.
It's stuff like that.
I was like elite shooting last night. I was watching elite shooting last night.
You could tell he felt comfortable. He didn't hesitate because like LeBron got no bag. You know what I mean? Like just
his bag is his versatility. That's his bag. He can do different things.
Like
on the court.
Sometimes when you watch him warm up, when Phil Handy is running him through drills and he's bouncing the basketball, it just look awkward as hell. But yesterday he was hitting top of the key jumpers, mid range. It was like it looked so fluid.
But and also like people are complaining about the minutes. I understand, right? Like I understand how that's concerning, but you gotta look at the game, look at the workload. He wasn't doing everything. Like he didn't have to like defend the best player or rebound every time or run the offense every time. Like there were spots where he was relaxed. The Lakers actually went on a run when he was on the bench.
Oh no, I couldn't believe it. Could not believe it.
So this to me is a good sign for the Lakers. Of them just trying to like just the grit. Because normally, man, like if you think about last year and the season before that, like we get punched in the mouth and we did not punch back. And we go on these fake comebacks.
We get smoked by the Clippers.
Right. So this is a good sign. I think this is a good time that hopefully they start to get in their stride. Austin gets his game back. I'm really curious to see with Jared Vanderbilt, man. Like I think like last night he was missed for sure. Like I know we talked about it offline when the Lakers lost to the Kings last week. Like he was missed for sure in that matchup. So we'll see what it looks like. But shout out to Christian Wood. He has been a great addition. That is a minimum guy that we got, and he is providing defense, rebounding, and scoring. Those threes he hit were huge last night. The putback dunk to seal it was huge. You can't ask for much, man. These guys are trying to put it all together, and slowly but surely starting to look that way.
Yeah, I mean, I'll say that's the perfect segue. Exciting basketball to have. For the first week.
Speaking of starting to put it together, or maybe falling apart.
Damn.
Let's talk about the team that plays in our city. The fan of I don't even know what to say, man. I'm at loss for words. The Knicks, the New York Knicks look really.
Before we go to the Knicks, Josh is still here with us. You know what I'm saying? Let Cam Thomas play. Jack Vaughn.
Yeah.
Get over it. Whatever it is, like I just don't understand, like how you have a young player. He's hooping. I don't know if he has some off the court issues and the locker room issues, but
the best player on the Nets.
Let him hoop. Because Mikel's not getting it done right now. Let Cam Thomas play. Let him understand his struggles and let him flourish. You know what I mean? Because the random, the 30 points and then DMPs in 14 minutes, it's confusing. It's confusing. But carry on.
Yeah, man. The Nets have been playing I wouldn't even say collectively. I mean, they beat the Heat last night, which was really good.
But the Heat is like dead last in the East right now.
Yeah.
I mean, that's
That's we know they're a playoff team. Like they're a playoff performing team. They're a 16 game team. Like that's they just got to get there. But Cam Thomas. Right now, my pick for most improved player based on last season, most improved player for the production he's providing this year, and he should be starting. But to the team across the river, the New York Knicks, sitting at 2-3 in the East, especially in a division where Boston looks like the best team in the league, sitting 4-0, undefeated. The Knicks are sitting at 2-3, and Julius Randle, man. I mean, through the first 5 games, he shot the worst field goal percentage.
What you said, Eric? You said what?
In NBA history throughout the first 5 games.
Now, we didn't say tour dates. What you said, Eric?
Civil rights numbers.
There you go.
That is crazy.
That's crazy.
That is crazy. That is
you know
insane.
why? Just look at this. Look at the players instead of now take out James Harden. Look at the 3 other players. Joel Fultz, 1949. Jerry West, 1967. Paul Arizona, 1956. So you mean to tell me you're coming off another All-NBA season and the All-Star? I know you had ankle surgery after you hurt it during the playoffs last year. Yes, I get that. And you're trying to, get yourself, revved up, getting back into basketball shape and whatnot. Fine, I get it. It's the first 5 games of the season. But we've seen this. This is his 5th year with the Knicks. He is consistently inconsistent. Not good. Even though he averaged 20 and 10. His 2nd year, albeit the COVID season, out of the blue, All-Star, All-NBA, Most Improved. But it was a contract year for him. And on top of that, the Knicks drafted Obi Toppin, who was supposed to be their quote-unquote replacement at the power forward spot.
Mm-hmm.
How'd that work out? The following season, a down year, even though he averaged 20 and 10. Last year, with Jalen Brunson, he averaged 25 and 11. All-Star, All-NBA. Okay. So now he comes into the season only averaging, 13 points a game, 11 rebounds. Last night, 6 points, 3 for 15 from the field, no free throws. Yikes. And now, so here's the thing. So the little issue with the Knicks is, one, their bench is real small. They have no height. They have no length. The backup power forward spot is starting to be a little concerning because you got no height, you got no length, there's no size, and you got teams who are coming in with big lineups, facing either backup forward Josh Hart, or either put in a 4-guard lineup with Dante DiVincenzo, Manuel Quigley, Josh Hart. So basically, they're playing 4 guards in the center with either Isaiah Hartenstein or Mitchell Robinson.
Mm-hmm.
You can forget about Jericho Sims playing the 4 because that doesn't make sense. But with that kind of roster construction, where does Tom Thibodeau go to for his rim protection? Basically, he doesn't have any besides Mitchell Robinson and Isaiah Hartenstein and Julius Randle.
I don't even know if I count rim protection and Julius Randle in the same sentence.
No. I'm just. It's just basically Mitchell Robinson, and Isaiah Hartenstein.
And Hart. That's their Hart.
But the main issue is it's not defense, but they just can't shoot. They're bottom 3rd in the league in field goal percentage. They're bottom 3rd in three-point percentage, and they're bottom 3rd in free throw percentage. But they're shooting around below 75% from the free throw line. That's not good. So they got a couple wins. The two road wins at Cleveland on Tuesday. At Atlanta.
Don't y'all got the
also
Bucks on Monday?
No, they got the
Oh
Bucks
no, y'all got
tomorrow.
the Clippers. You got the
Mhm.
Clippers on Monday.
So the next
And
the
then
next
that's-
three games.
Woo!
That's
the
James
next three
Harden's
games.
first game.
So the next 3 games is the Bucks tomorrow. That's the in-season tournament debut.
Yeah.
Monday, home versus Clippers.
Sheesh.
That's the James Harden debut, quote unquote. And Wednesday, guess who comes into town? The Frenchman, Wemby, the Spurs.
Wow.
So
Oh, you come to MSG?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I know them tickets is crazy.
Yeah, for sure.
Crazy.
Oh yeah.
It's taller than the Empire State Building. God damn.
But he's been playing okay.
We gonna get to Wemby. We gonna get to him.
We'll get to him in a little bit. But they're 2-3. It's still early, but I still, like I said, I still got concerns. Last year they started 3-4, and they started 10-13 before the Tibbs made the change, and they went off. So let's see how this plays out.
Yeah.
Hopefully, Julius Randle. Hopefully he gets out of his funk and gets his hopefully it's not the effects of his ankle surgery and gets back into rhythm. Jalen Brunson, he's starting to get back into rhythm. Just gotta his shooting's gotta improve. But all in all, the
what
defense
happened?
is there.
I thought Jalen Brunson was MVP candidate.
It's still early.
MVP what?
It's still early.
I thought. Wait. Hold on.
MVP
He did it by himself. He didn't. He did. No Julius Randle. No Tom Thibodeau.
He's still doing it by himself.
Receipts.
No.
It's too early for
No
receipts.
Spike Lee. No Allen Houston. No Latrell
It's too
Sprewell.
early for receipts. Okay.
No Marcus Camby. No Charles Oakley.
Listen.
He did it by himself.
Listen. All-Star break. Then we could come back to that All-Star break, right?
Right. Have you seen Jason Tatum? Have you seen?
Yeah, I know Jason Tatum's balling now. They dropped 150. They dropped 155 against the Pacers.
We're gonna get to all that. We're gonna get, but the Knicks clearly need something to happen.
They need something. Something's missing. So
and Julius Randle
they need
has
back
to
up out for it. So
they might have to make some moves. Start holding on to them picks. Anyway, now.
Oh, they will.
Next, obviously the first week of the NBA has went by. Came and went pretty fast. We're gonna go with our biggest surprises for the first week that you guys have seen. I'll go first. I want to go with the Memphis Grizzlies. The Memphis Grizzlies are 0-5. Pretty surprising, given the fact that that team does have some depth on that roster, but losing Adams for the season and then John Morant out for 25 games, it's looking real dark for them over there. And I don't know how I had two things. I don't know how they're gonna get out this hole, and two, I don't know if they should, because I think they have a first round pick this season, this upcoming off season, and if that's a way you can improve, like the Warriors did, right? The Warriors had a gap year. They got the number 2 pick or number 1, whatever it was. Number two pick. Yes, it was number 2 pick, and they use that to kind of help them get better, and evidently won a championship the following year. But man, the Grizzlies have some work to do. Sitting at 0-5, they're one of my biggest surprises so far to start the season. I didn't think they're going to be this bad to start off. What are your surprises, or for the first week this past week?
I probably go with the Bucks. It's a bit disappointing, but you gotta understand all that is. We was talking about the Bucks before we went live, and you know, they lost to the Hawks. And they lost to somebody else. Who
The
did they lose
Raptors last
to?
night.
The
They lost to the
Raptors.
Raptors last night.
Yeah, and you know, just they struggling, and you know, you would feel that a team with Dame and Giannis on the team will get it together, but like, you know, it's still early in the season, so it's just still like, all right, damn, like y'all lost to like, because I personally don't take the Atlanta Hawks seriously. I know we mentioned them, but I just don't see like I just feel like their biggest opportunity was when they met the Bucks in the conference finals, and I don't even think they should have even been there. But to lose to a team like that, lose to Toronto that has no direction right now, like it doesn't make sense for the Bucks. But also like everybody's quiet about their struggles, their failures. You know what I'm saying?
I don't. You know what's crazy, Armani? Like, I don't even think it's quiet. I think they see it, but they're giving them the benefit of the doubt. Oh, they're going to work it out. That this is the first time together. You know, and I think that's what a lot of people are doing. World of media is doing right now with the Bucks. I think it's just it's a matter of they'll just figure it out some way somehow.
I guess, but opening night, like we was like, yo, this team is clicking. Opening night, we said that.
Yeah.
We said that. Dame was Dame time.
Yeah, 39
Giannis,
that night. Yeah.
30. Yeah, Giannis was getting some buckets down the stretch. You know what I'm saying? And they won a hard fought game against a James Harden list 76ers. 76 even came back to take the lead in that game. You know, and the Bucks was able to still prevail and win that game. So I don't know. It's just weird to see them struggle like that. As far as like impressive,
But don't forget, they got a new coach, Adrian
Right.
Griffin.
right? And
So
come on, man.
And they lost their lead assistant.
Oh,
look who comes in.
my boy.
Oh, you're on mute. You're on mute.
You're on mute. We can't hear you. You're
What?
mute.
He said he knows.
The train in the background. Hold on.
This guy.
Oh my gosh.
But as far as like teams that was impressive, you know, it really kills me to talk about this damn team. You know what I'm saying?
The Warriors.
And actually,
The Warriors.
No,
No,
it's not them. It's not them.
Ern know where I'm going with this, and
Yeah, because I feel the same way, and I'm like,
yeah,
I don't know who beating them right now.
We mentioned them earlier.
Oh,
and we said we
not
gonna
the
get
defending
there.
champs. Not the defending champs.
No, it ain't them either. It ain't them either.
Oh.
One of my homies was like, "Yo, y'all gonna talk about him? He's a you know who fan.
We're
you know,
gonna talk about him because I have a take about them. A good one.
You know the
Celtics.
them
Oh,
green
God.
dudes over there. You know what I'm saying?
Man,
Porzingis
I
had a
saw
really
them-
strong performance. Game one.
I saw them up close opening night. Like, oh boy.
I'm
Jeez.
sorry, Eric. I'm sorry.
Jeez.
Porzingis
And the Knicks had a chance,
game.
and then Porzingis went off
Yeah.
15 the first quarter.
Tengus
and
Tatum
Tatum and Brown, they're at it again. They dropped 150. They beat the Pacers by 50 last night.
You hear me, Clint? I'm
Like,
talking about the
what?
damn Celtics, man.
They beat the Pacers by 50 last night.
50.
They're averaging 120 points, and they beating teams by over 25 points per game. Like, who does that?
And
To be
Derek
fair.
Okay, what's up, Josh? What's up, man?
No Halliburton. You got is Bruce Brown shoulder run? Like, come on. They supposed to do that. They supposed to.
Wait, what happened? I thought Bruce
50
Brown-
though?
Wait.
50 though?
Yeah, I ain't go front.
50?
You're a professional basketball team. I expect that out of a
50?
Look who
out of
was
a
starting,
varsity
bro.
team.
TJ McConnell, bro. Like,
What
come on.
happened? I thought Bruce Brown was that guy. You know what I'm saying? I thought
Now he's
you know,
cool, but like he's not supposed to be the main guy.
What happened, Angel? If you in the chat, you mind speaking on Bruce Brown's behalf? Because I heard Nuggets GM was downplaying his value, but let's continue on though.
You said forget that. I got Peyton Watson.
Y'all talked about my Nets.
Oh my God! Yeah.
Well, you're
yes.
here, so
Yes. Go ahead and
Come on.
get your nets off. Go ahead. Bro.
Listen, man. I'm gonna just say it like this. Man.
Cam
I like
Thomas,
that. I like
baby.
that one. That was a good one.
Get your nets off. Let's go,
I'm
man.
gonna tell y'all right
damn.
now, man. I didn't expect this team to be competitive. We played 3 out of the 4 games we played against playoff teams, and I expected to be going down to the last minute in every game. So I would just say that I'm proud of my team because I knew we was gonna be like good, but they being better than what I expected. Shout out to Cam Thomas, The Star is Born. Mikal, let's be real with Mikal. He can't get much better than that. He already at his prime. He already at his peak. So, just keep being constant and healthy. That's all we need from you. Ben, we've been working on Ben all summer. I'm not going to lie, guys. We've been working on his confidence, trying to get him to be more aggressive. We've been working with him.
Yo.
It's showing. We need some more because, I told Ben, I'm like, yo, that first game, you wasn't aggressive like you were supposed to be. He working on it a little bit. It's still, early on, but we going to get better with Ben. And if y'all didn't watch that Miami game, man, them stay ready guys. Armani Brooks, RDC's cousin, if y'all don't know, went crazy on Miami. Trenton Walford, thank you, Portland, for giving us a good basketball player. Went crazy. Yeah.
I need that Snoop Dogg meme where he's like, who?
Yo, come on, man. Don't do that.
Hey, listen. I did say.
Nah, I feel you, Josh. They've been hooping.
Cam Thomas officially has my vote for most improved player. Just on the production he's been providing.
We want All-Star this year.
It's possible. It's possible, but that's up to Jacques Vaughn. Because Jacques Vaughn, I don't know what his vendetta is against Cam Thomas. Like he got to let's be real. Like I'm gonna be real. I do a lot of Nets trolling because I always feel like Austin Reeves is the better player, whatever. I just do a lot of that trolling.
Ernest, hold on 1 minute. I know Cam Thomas is on that ballot for MIP. Don't sleep on Devin Vassell, bro. I'm just saying. Do not sleep on
agree.
Devin.
Vassell.
Great game the other night.
Y'all saw what he did to the Suns.
He's the best offensive player on the Spurs.
Yeah, for sure.
Yep.
My team should have drafted him, but
that's the next thing to do. But Cam Thomas, like Jacques Vaughn got a stop.
Thank you, Julius Randle.
Like Cam Thomas right now is the best player on the Nets, and like Jacques Vaughn, like you really want to win, bro? Start this man. Like let's just stop playing.
It's actually a crazy stat. They said, remember how historic that 2021 offense was for the Nets?
Yeah.
This team offense rating is even better. I don't know how.
We got to fact.
I know it's 4 games, but it goes up every year because every year teams play faster.
Yeah. It fluctuates. Yeah.
But that is a stat I did not expect to see. Us having a better offensive rating this year with no stars and Cam Thomas being the lead guy, that's astonishing to me, man. Get that guy All-Star game, man. Vote Cam Thomas, you heard? He's better than Jordan Poole. He's better than Austin Reeves. He's better than all of them.
Oh, don't get me started on Jordan Poole, please.
All right.
See, this is actually something that I knew that was gonna annoy me in the beginning of the season, especially with what we seen. When we did a live stream, 2 weeks ago, when we all watched Austin Reeves struggle to score 10 points, and then
for 2 weeks, bro.
And then
whoa, we saw what he did last night. He woke up last night.
Shoot 3 for 15. What are you saying?
he won us the ball game. He won us the ball game.
Y'all not gonna do that. I don't like when y'all give Austin Reeves all this credit. Stop it. Y'all not gonna do that.
He won us the ball game.
He hit 3 throws.
He was
Christian Webb won that game more than Austin Reeves, bro. Come on, man. We're not gonna do this for this guy, bro. Austin Reeves is average. I'm just trying to let y'all know he's average. That's it. I'm not saying he's whack. He's average.
Listen, it's still early in the season.
13-3-3 is average.
Those averages will go up. those averages will go up.
But he's not even. That was last year. This year is worse.
It's the beginning. It'll go up. But yeah, I but back to our surprises, Eric. You didn't get your take, and Josh, I want to get your thoughts. As the past week went out. No, we had to let you get your net stuff off, man. We get it. We understand. Got to give you the stage for it. But I had picked the Grizzlies as my surprise team. Like I knew that they weren't going to be as good, but I didn't think they were going to be this bad. So them sitting at 0-5 was a surprise to me. And I compared it to the Warriors. The Warriors had a gap year, and they had a high draft pick. The Grizzlies, I think, should go on this trajectory and get a lottery pick, a top lottery pick, and use that pick, to get better. Because I don't think, even with Ja coming back, I don't think it's enough. But Armani had went with the surprise, the Celtics, and then his disappointment was the Bucks. And now, Eric, you got the floor.
All right, so my surprise team, I'm gonna go with Miami Heat. I know that they're in the sweepstakes.
Armani, you hungry as hell?
Like you,
I ain't all day, man.
Live on the pod.
I ain't all day, man. Josh, where you at? All right, go ahead.
So my surprise, disappointing team, Miami Heat. I know they're heavy in the sweepstakes for Dame Lillard and Bradley Beal and Kevin Durant. They lost two of their main rotation guys from last year's finals team, but I didn't expect them to start this slow. They lost a couple of close games. They lost to the Nets last night. They had the lead, but something's missing from that Heat team. I don't know what it is, but they're missing something. And
it's emo Jimmy Butler, bro. That's what he is.
Jimmy,
now,
listen, Jimmy and Bam, they can't do it alone. They don't have the backups that they don't have the reinforcement that they had last year or the years prior to when they were to the conference finals and making their runs to the playoffs. You're starting Josh Richardson as your two guard. You got problems. And I'm not sure if they can get out of this funk. I know it's still early. It's 5 games in. I'm sure that Eric Spoelstra got probably cooking something up in his lab to end this funk. So I'm just kind of surprised that they're starting up this slowly. I expect them to get back into rhythm. I expect them to be a playoff team or a playing team, like in between. We're fighting for those last playoff spots, 5 seed, 6 seed, trying to stay out of playing like they were last year. But they should. I thought they'll be come up. I thought they'll be started for a better season than they have. But yeah, I'm kind of surprised that their start is this slow. My biggest surprise, my biggest surprise would be, I'm gonna go over here. I'm gonna say the Warriors. I didn't expect them to start off this hot, 4-1. Chris Paul into the whole culture, the whole dynamic of Warriors.
But think about what Draymond said.
Curry,
if you want to bring that up real quick.
So Draymond Green, after yesterday's game, this press conference, he goes on saying, last year was not a good year culture-wise. They like coming to work.
Yeah, he created the culture, though.
Right, exactly. Like,
I mean, yeah. And then he goes off. He didn't actually say the name of the player that calls it, but as y'all know the story, if you don't know, Google it. Just Google Draymond Green last year.
Mike Tyson.
Yeah, exactly. Just after they lost their first game to the Suns, they won 4 straight. They looked real impressive last night against the Kings. This is the second time they beat the Kings in a week.
They struggled,
yeah,
bro.
I needed
Listen, the
Curry.
Kings.
Sidebar. I needed Curry for 20 points, and he wasn't about to get that, bro. In the fourth quarter, I checked the stat sheet. He only shot the ball 9 times. 9 times. That's just confusing. And Clay hit a game winner to save him. That's like his third time hitting a game winner against the Kings. He got something against the Kings. But go ahead, Eric.
Well, for some, so this is like the 11th time they met in the last 17 games. So that's some absurd between them two. If you include last year's playoffs and these two games they played, so they won the. All right, so basically all their wins were on the road at Sacramento. Then Curry had a 40-point game at New Orleans, at Houston, where Curry went for another 40-point game and did Dylan Brooks dirty, and then he had against the Kings last night. So I'm not surprised, but it's like I didn't see this coming because plus Chris Paul coming off the bench. Like I see how they're integrating Chris Paul because what Steve Kerr's been doing. He's been integrating Chris Paul into the lineup with Steph Curry and Klay Thompson at times.
I struggle with some, and I'm not saying your take is wrong, Eric. I just struggle with saying that they're surprised because of who they played against. Now, don't get me wrong; they played against the Kings as a playoff team. Everyone else they played against haven't been a playoff team. It's like the same thing with the Clippers. Everyone was talking about the Clippers. At least Clipper fans are like, "Oh, we started off a great start," and I'm like, "Well, y'all played the Blazers, the Jazz, who y'all lost to, and then the Spurs, and then the Magic, and then the first playoff team y'all played was against the Lakers, and y'all lost." So it's just I get what you're saying because I think you're coming from
because I'm going to the premise of last season, the way they finished, and integrating new pieces in like the Bucks are right now.
No,
that's what I'm going off, but I didn't expect them to be like this mess so quickly.
What
I'm saying?
I want them to. I need a few more games. I'll just put it like that against elite competition. I'm not saying Sacramento isn't because they beat us, right? But
they also played the Kings without Fox too,
right? So
and struggled.
I just want to see them play some competition. And again, I don't want to keep bringing up the Lakers, but look at our first 5 games. Hell, it was 3 straight playoff teams. And don't get me wrong, Phoenix, that's an asterisk because Devin Booker and Bradley Beal did not play. But I just want them. I want to see that against an elite team. They do look impressive though. From a basketball standpoint and how they've meshed together, it looks really good.
Mm-hmm.
And I had the Warriors win over 50 games. Yes, just give me 46 more. 46 more. FanDuel, baby.
My surprise team, and it's actually been my fun team to watch. I'm gonna say the Detroit Pistons, man. Even though they're getting blown out right now, that team, that young nucleus that they got with Cade, Asar.
I didn't know Asar was gonna be like that, bro.
Yeah, man.
I had no clue.
He's balling out.
He's right now probably one of the best perimeter defenders in the league.
Yeah, crazy.
Yeah.
He's affecting the game so many ways, and he still doesn't know how to fully score yet. It's crazy to me.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I wish the coach would just stop being ignorant and just give up on Killian Hayes because Ivy coming off the bench is kind of crazy to me. But I like Ivy too with that young core.
What?
Yeah, beef stew.
Ivy coming off the bench.
And Jalen Duren, yo,
yeah, man,
board man. And for y'all watching, if y'all need a quick bet and want to make some quick money, bet on Jalen Duren boards.
Rebounds.
That's it. He got you covered. Easy. That was my first player opening night.
Over
Jalen Duren.
10 rebounds, easy.
Hell yeah.
Over 10 rebounds, easy.
His line was 8.5. I threw 50 on that. I'm like, I threw 50 on that. What? Come on.
Yeah, that team, I picked that just more because I'm just more excited watching that team. That team is going to be dangerous in the future for the East, man. it's kind of ridiculous.
Are they going to be more dangerous than Orlando? Do you think?
Because
Orlando kind of looking good, man.
The only thing about Orlando to me,
I think it's Ben Curl. He's my issue. Like he's just inconsistent, just no show. You know what I'm saying? Like,
careful. Son.
I would say with Banchero and Franz, the only thing about them two is just I don't like what they did, bringing in the guards for them. That's why I don't like them. I still like those two, but I don't like that team as much because you bringing in Anthony Black can't shoot. You bringing in all these point guards and guards that's handling the ball that can't shoot.
You got Jalen
and now
he's not really good.
And now Paolo and Franz have a strength court because it's like, yo, what are we gonna do? Like we have no spacing. Yeah. That's my only thing I don't like about Orlando. But I do like those two, that duo with Wendell Carter, of course. But Detroit, man, oh man, and once Cade really find it for real, it's over. So.
Yeah, for sure. I actually like that pick. I think Detroit has the potential to be a playing team this year. You know, so. But before we end it, we want to talk about Josh, we didn't get your thoughts before we jump to the next segment. We didn't get your thoughts on the James Harden Clippers and what is that going to look like for you, Mr. I am the system. What is that going to look like? What do you think it's going to look like? And you know how you view this thing working out.
Listen, man, I'm a big fan of Kawhi. Dude's a hooper, but this situation that he got himself in is crazy.
It was wild because I'm telling one of my boys from as a Laker fan, and we were talking like, damn, like what if Kawhi actually was like, I'm going to the Lakers instead of the Clippers? He wouldn't have been in this situation right now, which is kind of crazy. 2020 hindsight.
Yeah. The Clippers situation is just okay. Let me start off with James Harden because I have a history with James Harden, Mr. Jim.
There we go. Let me just mute my mic. I'm gonna mute my mic and go finish my food. Yeah, go ahead.
Let Josh have the floor.
Jim, I don't know what's going on with you. You don't know
floor
what
is
you want.
yours.
You're just like Mr. Handler himself, man. I don't know. Y'all just unhappy as soon as y'all wake up one day and then happy the next day. I don't know what it is. Please let me know. Like, communicate with me. Maury was your boy. You kept saying when you wanted to get traded from the Nets, oh man, this is where I want to be all this time. Like Philly was the spot. Brooklyn was just a filler. And now you went to Philly and it's like, oh. He's like, nah, Maury's a liar. I don't like him. I'm like, what? You hugged him off the plane. There's a video you hugging him, jumping on this grown man's back, saying thank you for saying what? And now you go into the Clippers saying he's a liar. Like James Harden, you need to really evaluate yourself and find out what you love in life, bro. Because it seems like you're going through a midlife crisis right now. I'm gonna be quite blunt. This situation with the Clippers is gonna be weird because all their guys are on-ball guys.
I said, Josh, I had said earlier, he talked about like during his press conference about him being on a leash in Philly. And I'm like, wait a minute. You were the primary point guard on that team. You ran the offense on that team. Now you're going to a team that has three elite ball handlers. What I mean, talk about a leash and this whole I am the system. How is that going to work with Kawhi, PG, and Russ watching you play iso ball?
That's horrible, man. Tyler gonna be bald by the end of the season. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah.
Yo, the best version that we will see of Harden actually sacrificing and at the same time still giving his best scoring ability is that 2021 season with Brooklyn. That's the best. We're going to see the best version of Harden. Like, not the best version of Harden because obviously that's Houston, but the best one for you to win a chip. I don't know what's going to happen. This whole Clippers thing is combustible. This Clippers situation is like if the Nets was like, nah, Kyrie, we're not trading you. KD, we're not trading you. And they traded for another star. That's what it would have been like.
Yeah.
It's just like that team is just more desperate than the Nets because they're going into a new arena. They can't give up. It's like, yo, we're in this too deep. Like, we gotta just stay committed. It's too late. And it's gonna be bad.
Man.
I know it's gonna be bad. I feel bad for Kawhi because, like I said, Kawhi is my guy. PG's actually a nice dude. You know, when we listen to his podcast, you know, okay, I understand you, PG. He's cool. Westbrook, I don't really know about that man, but he, you know, is out. You know, win,
You know what's crazy?
lose, just have fun.
You know what's
crazy?
You know what's crazy?
You know?
Yo, as much as we hate it, Russell Westbrook was in a Laker jersey last night. He was in a Laker jersey last night.
Come
Here we
on,
go.
man.
Wow.
Come on,
He was in
man.
a-
Wow.
To be fair, the refs were too.
Come
Whoa,
on.
whoa.
Wait,
We're not
tell
gonna
me
do that.
how many-
We're not gonna do that, bro.
Tell me how many Clippers were in foul trouble. Please
Come
let me
They're
know.
reaching.
Hey, heck.
They're reaching.
I could count
Wow.
5. I could count 5.
They were reaching all night, though.
PG,
They was
Powell,
hacking.
Zubac. Name them all.
Bro.
Everybody was in foul
Well,
trouble.
tell them to play defense without fouling then.
Yeah.
Come on.
Or
No,
tell Austin Reeves stop.
Listen, Listen,
Yo.
you can't get mad at the player that can take
gotta
advantage of the ref. My only thing is too. All right, they called the tech on Jackson Hayes for hanging on the rim. He barely hung on the rim.
Come on, bro.
Nah, that was bullshit. That was
Okay,
bullshit.
okay.
I agree.
Right.
That one was
All right, come on,
was-
son.
Like that Cam Reddish foul. They're not calling that at any other point in the game. Any other point in the game. Any other point in the game.
Oh, we
The
gotta
ref
stop this
literally
Cam
see it on the
Reddish talk, too.
you see it on the video. The ref waited until PG missed the shot to call the foul. It's literally on. It's literally on camera, bro.
They literally
It's on
did that
tape.
for y'all too. They did that for y'all too.
Oh, my
LeBron missed the shot and then it was like a late whistle, bro. They did that for y'all too.
So, all right.
Crazy.
So,
That's crazy.
So, Josh, let me ask you this question because you know, as a net fan and everything, right? So, let's say if this, and I had asked, you know, Eric and Ern, you know, this earlier. So, let's say if, you know, James, Russ, Kawhi, and PG, they don't win a championship this year because this is the year, right? You know, you mentioned they're going to a new arena next year. Steve Ballmer talking about how they got like 1 million bathrooms and how you're going to be
Yeah,
at the
that's
game.
crazy.
Yeah, like
Yeah, that was crazy.
I
Come
go
on.
well.
His in-game
Sidebar.
interview was funny.
Sidebar.
Nah,
Sidebar.
I had tweeted like, "Yo, get this cokehead off my team."
No, I was looking down at my phone. I heard someone. I'm like, "Who's that?" I'm like,
Yeah, Steve Ballmer. Sidebar. I would say one thing about Steve Ballmer, like he loves his team. He
Yeah,
loves
for
his
sure.
team. You
Yeah,
know,
I respect
like
that.
I'll
Yeah,
say
for sure,
besides
for sure.
besides Mark Cuban, like he's an owner that's involved like with his team. Like Mark Cuban, you see him on the bench, on the actual sideline watching the game. Steve Ballmer, you see him front row and center watching the game.
Yeah,
and
grabbing genitals.
and
Yeah,
then-
that's what he do. Yeah.
And, and then some owners, you don't even know what they look like. You don't. And I'm
listen. It's all on tape, man. I ain't saying nothing crazy. It's all on tape. We saw what Steve Ballmer was doing. We saw what he was doing.
and
Okay.
I'm keeping it a stack with y'all.
Flagrant 3, bro.
You don't
Flagrant 3.
you don't see most owners like very involved with their team. But back to the question. So
I'm glad mine
if-
is not.
if these brothers,
You
well,
just living in hell. I don't know.
man, he out here kicking out Charles Loki out the arena for no reason. I remember that. Anyway,
You got that
So-
spear. So
if these brothers don't win the championship, is it worse than KD, Kyrie, and James?
Nah,
Yeah.
it's not worse. Only because these guys are all old. Let's be real. Like Harden pushing like 35, man. Like Westbrook, same thing, or probably older, or he is 35 already. Whatever. Kawhi, he's great, but we know what he is. His knees is brisket, bro. Like PG, he's known to be a playoff flop. When it was KD,
Yo, hold on. You
Harden,
said his knees are brisket? Yo, that's
Brisket?
cra-
Yo,
Come on, let's be real. Let's be real.
that's crazy.
That was
Somebody-
instant vocabulary.
Nah, somebody tweeted. Shout out to my boy Biggs. He tweeted yesterday or last night. He was like, "Wow, PG playing back to back, and he had to play 40+ minutes. His knees gonna be swollen." I said, "Yo, that's crazy."
I'm telling you. Like, it's way lower expectations because KD KD and Kyrie. When KD and Kyrie was together, we saw how great Brooklyn was going to be. So it's different. Like the Clippers situation, we've been through this for 3 years, and it's just everybody's just like at this point, okay.
Yeah.
Well, all right, let's see how it works. Like,
Yeah.
let's see if they can all be on the court. Like, that's why I was.
Yeah, I had the same, sentiment. I my thing was like we actually saw KD, Kyrie, and James Harden. They were going to win that chip that year if Milwaukee didn't get in the way of them getting hurt.
And also, let's be real with importance.
You should never brought that up, bro.
Let's be real in importance too. I know we both the B teams in the city and all that, but the Nets are more important than the Clippers too. So, word.
That's a good debate to have. Yeah.
No, don't. It's true, bro. It's true. It's true.
Wait, it's the battle of mid.
The battle of mid is crazy.
It's not mid. It's not mid. I'm just saying. When one team has to go up against 17 chips and another one has to go against 2, which one? They go like, all right, the Nets. Everybody had to like, okay, this could actually go somewhere. The Clippers is like, yo, you have a long. Let's be real.
Yeah.
Because if they healthy, you could be like, yo, they just tied up the Knicks. That's crazy.
Right. Yeah.
The Clippers could go on a 5-year run.
And you know what's crazy? You know what's crazy? Like in my lifetime, right? In my lifetime, like because I care about basketball is like my favorite sport. You know what I'm saying? Diehard Lakers fan, right? But like in my lifetime, I would want to see a championship in New York. I would want to see that. And being from Brooklyn, right? And Josh and I, we had many conversations about this because I was like, yo, when the Nets came to Brooklyn, I'm like, yo, Josh, there's a team in Brooklyn now. You know what I'm saying? 15 minutes from where I live. You know what I'm saying? Barclays, all of that, right? But I would just hate to see a situation where they end up like the Sonics. You know what I mean? Where they got to move the team or whatever for whatever reason, right? For whatever reason, you never know. Excuse me. Owners never want to pay up, stuff like that. But I would want to see a championship from the Nets. I would want to. I would love to see that. So I need y'all to make it happen.
Yo,
you know what I'm saying? And even so, I would love to see a championship from the Knicks because I know the city's gonna go crazy. I know it is. They'll go crazy after a double overtime win against the Celtics. Imagine the championship.
If that happens, call the National Guard. You shutting this city down.
Shut it down. Martial law, all of that. Get all of that.
Well, too bad that'll never happen in our lifetime.
Wait, let me just say this. If the Nets win a chip, that means Cam Thomas turns into Kobe, bro. That's all I'm saying right now. Wait, Ernest. I'm not. He turned into Kobe. I'm talking about the lens he had to go through if we win the chip.
Yo, y'all funny.
You didn't see his draft day jacket? He had Kobe.
Gosh.
Yeah, he did.
Word.
He did. I remember that.
I'm not saying he's gonna be Kobe. Ernest.
He
Relax,
did.
man.
He did.
I'm not saying he's gonna be Kobe.
He did. Yep.
I'm just saying he will have to. He will have to go Mamba on everybody. I'm like, yo, we really won with Cam and not KD, bro.
Damn.
Ain't working, bro. Ain't working. That
Listen, bro.
did not work.
Hit a trade in the background.
So
I would say he would have to be Kobe. I'm not saying he's Kobe, bro.
Play that again. How do you do that?
He just said Cam Thomas and Kobe Bryant in the same sentence. Hold on.
I can't do that. No. Y'all was calling me still doing Kobe. Y'all not gonna do that. You're not gonna do that. No, y'all not gonna do that. Y'all was calling Reeves Hillbilly Kobe, averaging 13.
Playmaker. That's a playmaker.
Y'all not gonna do that.
That's what?
That's a playmaker.
You said what? We said we call Austin Reeves what?
Yeah, I was
The
calling
him-
Austin
the
Reeves
hillbilly
Hillbilly Kobe.
Accusations. These are not accusations. This is false accusation.
Now, I'm going through all y'all tweets right now. Word.
Bro, good luck. I don't even be tweeting like that. But go ahead.
I know
I mean,
Ernest
you-
got something in there, man.
I don't. You gotta go deep in the files. I tweet a lot. So, but to the last segment before we end the show, obviously the big event that's gonna happen is the NBA in-season tournament, which kicks off tomorrow. Eric, pull up the schedule for tomorrow, please. As we know, this in-season tournament, it's not. I'm not gonna say it's like not special. It is a special event happening for the league, something very new. But just remember though that the tournament doesn't impact regular season as much. You know, regular season games will still be going on around the in-season tournament, but the tournaments will count as regular season games in the standings. So just know if that's not, hope that's not confusing for anyone. But how do you guys feel about it? What are you excited about? Obviously tomorrow, we kick off. I believe the Knicks versus the Bucks are the first game.
Yeah, Knicks Bucks is the first game, and the second game is the Mavericks Nuggets.
Well, we both know the outcome of both of those games, in my opinion. Especially if Kyrie's not playing. He's been hurt with an ankle injury, if I'm not mistaken. So,
Interesting.
Josh, he's hurt. He's not taking time off. He's hurt. Okay.
Was he saying courtside at the games? No.
He was at the last. Yes, he was at the last game.
Game last night. Yeah.
Yeah. He was at the last. Yeah, man. Listen, hella turn over a new leaf. You know what I'm saying?
Somebody in his family birthday coming up, so you gotta take.
But the interesting part of the in-season tournament is the new courts that have been unveiled today. We're gonna go through each team and we're gonna judge them.
So wait, but before we go ahead and do that, I just want to ask a question. I asked a question on the podcast page. If you don't know, please follow us at the Swoosh Hoops podcast on IG. Do y'all care if y'all favorite team win this tournament? Because I don't care.
I care. You see, but that's different. This is the whole difference. Y'all got 17 chips, so y'all just add another echelon. Like, this doesn't matter to you.
Yeah.
I mean, but even
but also
so,
because you got to think too, Josh. Like, because that's why I agree with Josh. When you got a guy like LeBron don't care. Listen,
I don't care about this.
LeBron is trying to win more. He's chasing a ghost. He's chasing the ghost of Kobe, the ghost of MJ. Like, he's chasing that. In-season tournament is not going to do anything else for his legacy and for the Lakers' legacy as a whole. So I understand. I'll watch it because it's going to be entertaining. I think, in my personal opinion, especially each player getting 500,000. What? Yeah, that's more than the NBA playoff check. Mm-hmm. But for my favorite team, I don't think the Lakers are going to even put that much stock into it. They'll play, but I don't think they'll. It's not like
more to the younger guys.
Yeah, exactly.
It'll mean more to their legacy than the older, like KD, LeBron stuff. It don't matter to them.
Because remember, also like a couple episodes ago, remember we were talking about there was going to be like a in-season tournament MVP and and all NBA team and stuff like that. And then remember, I brought up the question like, will this hold weight to a player's like milestone and accolades to like they trophy room? Like, that's what I'm saying. Like, that's my question. Like, me personally, I don't care. You know what I mean? Like, I don't even think it has anything to do about us having 17 championships. It's just like I've been watching basketball for a long period of time to know what the ultimate prize is in June. So for something new like this, I guess this is for to get I'll say probably like new fans and casual fans and people that's younger than us on board to like the game. But like watching basketball for like damn near my whole life, I can care less about this.
You just said it. You've been watching ball your whole life, and how many times have y'all won?
What, six times in my lifetime? 6.
So
yeah, but even so, without it though, I don't care because it's like this is new. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's maybe like 5 years from now, it's gonna be regular, but it's new to all of us. You know what I'm saying? So,
well, Well, compared to the playing tournament, how was that? But but the playing tournament has more stakes in it because there was
Right,
the playoff
exactly.
berth on the line.
Remember, we was in it
In
twice.
yeah, they were in it twice.
Went down to the wire twice.
Yeah.
Dennis Schroeder 3 and LeBron seeing 3 rims. Like, come on.
So so this new wrinkle, the in-season tournament, it's going to catch on, but like later on down the line. But I kind of like the wrinkle of it. I'm gonna give it a chance because it's still early in the season. They they're doing the group play games this month on Tuesdays and Fridays. 4 teams each in each group in your own group. Um, I think that because with the courts, it's going to be a new different flair. I think there's the intrigue of the courts, the jerseys, it's something different in season instead of
So,
after the regular season, playoffs, finals. But it's within the season, but it's early though. It's not towards Christmas. It's not towards All Star break. It's not in this.
it stands on its own.
Right.
Yeah.
Like because November is like still early in the season. People like it was still trying to like figure out who's on who, what's going on, what's the new, who's everything's still new. So like to at least try to like get more eyes on the game, even though there's like hundreds of millions of viewers watching games every night. It's a new wrinkle that's like it's way different. It's like the soccer with group play, like you have the in-season tournaments like college basketball with their non-conference tournaments during Thanksgiving, so it's like I think the NBA is trying to like do some like different off kilter, So I'm looking forward to it. Just to see like how it works. The players, I know the players are going to be into it. Just to like to see the different courts, like intriguing.
And speaking of the
It's
courts,
like,
right?
because it's like once you see the courts, it's different than the regular season game on a Monday night, on a Wednesday night. So it's like okay, now you got something different. Let's see how this plays out.
I guess,
it's
but
interesting.
you mentioned the courts, right? As we're gonna go through them and everything. Eric and I was talking about this the other day. I'm pretty sure this question might have came up on you guys' mind, Josh and Ernest, and for the viewers that's out here watching as well too. But all right, y'all can put all of this on the court, right? Y'all know where I'm going with this. But in June, can we get the finals logo on the court? In May, can we get the conference final logo on the court? That's been that, and in what Eric just said, right? These courts are this in season tournament it's not next to Christmas, it's not next to the All-Star game, it's not next to the actual playoffs, so it's staying on its own, right? So when you're watching the in-season tournament, right? I feel like when I watch the conference finals, in the finals, it feel like a regular game to me, and this is me going back to watching basketball for my entire life.
So you think they should switch it up during the playoffs?
Growing up, watching they put the Eastern Conference logo, it had that nostalgia feel to it. You know what I'm saying? Same thing with the NBA Finals. Like we all remember those pictures of like of Mike standing right next to the Finals logo, Kobe standing next to the Finals logo, AI with the with the Finals logo and stuff like that. It adds that nostalgia to it. So. And I don't want to hear, we can't do it, because remember, the reason why they couldn't do it is because it was slippery. Y'all put all of this on the court. Y'all put YouTube logos in place. Go ahead.
But it's a much different court, much different paint than the regular courts. Because
all I'm saying is do it, get it done.
I prefer if teams make the playoffs, they use this they use the different courts, different color courts.
Okay. That's
I like if you want to do it for the in-season tournament, do it for the playoffs.
Okay, that's interesting. That's something new,
Yeah. Because
And then
because he knows
the biggest thing of all right, you see how you got this big trophy in the middle? Put the damn trophy, the NBA, the Larry O.B. Put that in the middle. Put that in the middle. You know what I'm saying?
I agree. I think well, let's
Mhm.
go. I just want to go through each team. Eric, start from the beginning. We'll see what
All
look
right.
like, because I have some issues with some colors. Like, all right, the Hawks,
Where the baby blue come
And
from?
not a blue team.
Right.
Like,
When
you know what? Like, if you go back up to the Hawks again for me, I would have liked to see. I would have liked to see, like, the old school Hawk, the actual
Mhm.
Hawk on the court, maybe with the
Pac-Man.
trophy,
Mhm.
or the Pac-Man, maybe with the trophy behind or something like that. So,
Mhm.
Hold
then
on,
we got
my computer is stuck, so hold on.
all
Hold
good.
on.
Then we got Boston. Nothing too crazy with Boston. Green and gold.
They got rid of that parquet. Well, I mean, it's still gonna have parquet. Most likely, it's gonna have parquet.
Yeah. Well, I think Eric is still having technical difficulties, but
Yeah,
all
I
in
have
all,
technical difficulties and stuff. Can you hear me?
all in all, we
Yeah,
can
we can
hear
hear
you,
you.
but you're like
Okay.
you're like in the
I'm in the
twilight zone.
Matrix.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But all in all, listen, the in-season tournament is going to be exciting. I think it's going to be some interesting basketball, and we'll see the outcome of it. Like to Josh's point, I think it's for the young cats.
Eric, you want to try to leave and join back?
Yeah, hold on.
Well, yeah, while Eric, gets that situated, I just, like I said, I just think if this can be done, then NBA playoff basketball should mean something. NBA playoffs logo should be on the court. Eastern and Western Conference Finals logo should be on the court. Finals logo should be on the court. And the big trophy. I know, like, I think the last time we seen the big trophy on the court was 2009, I think. Because 2010, all we just seen was the finals logo on the baseline. And then, as years start to go, we it doesn't look like a finals game. It look like a game you see on TNT, ESPN primetime television, but then you got all these different ads. And I know NBA's big on making money, the jerseys got the advertisement in the corner now, but it's like bring this back. If y'all can do this, those logos that meant something back then, that could get back on the court. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no, I agree.
And they just basic now, bro. Look at the All-Star. It's the same thing with the All-Star game.
Yeah.
Look at the All-Star jersey.
Yeah, and if y'all don't know, All-Star game is going back to East and West. I mean, it's about time. The whole picking players thing. It was fun. But like now, I think the NBA is starting to realize that there's a balance now between both conferences instead of because the West was just so one-sided. It was like, all right, enough. Like, you know what? We just gonna have a team captain for both, pick teams, go out and play. But now it's back to the OG East versus West. So we'll see. And out of all places, Indiana, like, ugh. In 2024, Indiana, ugh, like,
Chill, Mike Jackson there, bro. Chill.
Who? Oh yeah, he is Gary, Indiana. Yeah, but yeah, man. Damn.
But yeah, other than that, I think listen. So far this week has been a very exciting time for basketball. And there's gonna be a lot more interesting stuff to come up. I do think the funny thing about so far this season is the Chicago Bulls. Team meeting after the first game is kind of questionable.
My gosh, bro.
It's very questionable.
It's only the first game.
And the rumor has it is to believe that if the team doesn't or can't turn it around by February, one of those guys is gone. And I evidently think DeMar DeRozan. I think DeMar is the out.
I think it's Levine.
Nah, it's DeMar because DeMar has the expiring contract, and you would want to get some pieces back for him.
He's older. So
he's older. Yep.
Yeah, I know he 35.
Yeah.
I know Levine is upset over there. You see how him playing, and then he dropped 50. He's like, "You see what I could do? Just give me the ball."
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
Yeah. Like
yeah.
dropping 50 with 0 assists tells you something. You know.
And
So
then y'all see what's going on out there in Sacramento. Y'all seen the clip that I sent earlier with Mike Brown cursing at Malik Monk. Like I thought he was joking, but
no, he was serious. I mean, but that happens a lot. Listen, man, or my high school, college coaches, that's nothing.
Mm.
You know, like shout out to Coach Wild and Coach Brown. Like those guys, man. Listen, when I was
he did the same to Keegan.
Yeah, he did. He did in the game, during the game against the Lakers. He did the hesitated with the shot, travel, and then called him for a sub, and then Keegan Murray saw that. Was like, nah, I'm hitting this 3 off, and he sent the player back to the bench. So
that's some Andrew Bynum like.
Yeah.
But all right, cool. We got the courts up. Yes, sir.
All right, we got the courts up real quick. Let's go through this before we end the show. Obviously, we went through the Hawks. The Hawks, we don't agree. That's good. Boston, I think, is fine. Brooklyn, I think
is cool.
Yeah, Brooklyn is fine as well.
That's one.
I don't know whether. I mean, I would have liked to see like the actual like back in when they were the Charlotte Hornets with Larry Johnson.
This is the first time the Brooklyn Nets got a trophy on their court.
Yo.
I would like the Hornets to have the hive, like in that like blue color.
Mm-hmm.
The Bulls.
This is crazy. The maroon with the bright red is crazy.
Yeah, no, it's OD.
Yeah, I'm a little. It should have just been black and red.
Yeah.
Cleveland's not bad. It's like a regular court to me.
Yeah, it's cool.
There's nothing really special. I would have made the court maroon. The Mavs.
Why are they gray?
Yeah, I'm confused. I mean, they have gray on the outline side of the trim of their jerseys, but
yeah.
Yo, what is this?
What is that? Yo, what is that? Yo.
Hey, man.
So I didn't know the court was going to look like that, but we all seen the city jerseys, and they said the Denver Nuggets city jersey like a damn debit card. You got too many numbers, bro.
Yeah.
Angel, explain. I need answers, bro.
Detroit. I like Detroit's, but I wanted to see some blue in there.
I wanted to see the old logo possibly with the piston, the actual piston.
Oh,
that would have been fire.
This is crazy.
This is ass.
What is this?
This is ass.
Yeah,
It's like khaki pants.
this one is type bad.
That's not it.
That should have been
I thought this was
Detroit's colors.
Yeah, it should have
exactly.
been Detroit.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. That
Yeah.
makes no sense to me. That Houston one. Indy looks terrible. That looks terrible.
Wait,
I'm sorry.
So
That
remember
is
the
terrible.
Mav jerseys from last year where it had that weird font that like a kid drew it?
You
Why
know
does
this
Indiana
look
look like this?
This is like somebody on 2K from my team created a court,
Created
and
a
that's what they
court.
got. And that's what you got.
Indy. Bruce Brown gonna be hooping on this court. Nah,
I don't like the Clippers at all.
Nah.
Like that doesn't look good. I don't know what they were
the
thinking
Clips.
there.
Nope.
I mean, Lakers that's just
Yeah.
regular to me. Like,
Yeah.
there's nothing special about that one.
Nothing bad, nothing good.
I don't understand the gray with the Grizzlies, but whatever.
It took me a while to understand what that jersey meant. What it meant. It like MEM. Yeah.
I'm surprised they didn't put heat culture all over the court, but yeah, because that jersey's terrible.
Yeah. Bucks.
Yeah, this is bad.
Nah, it's not it. It's not it, G.
Bad.
We're gonna
That's
see this
terrible.
tomorrow.
That looks bad.
It's not it, G. Josh looking for the spot. Josh looking for the spot that Giannis tricked Kyrie at.
I ain't gonna lie. I like the Timberwolves one. I like.
Nah, the Timberwolves is clean.
Yeah,
Timberwolves is clean. And they jerseys are clean too.
That looks terrible. Like what?
But
is that?
look, wait.
What is that?
Wait, so like, I get it because when you think of New Orleans,
the
like,
Mardi Gras, I get it.
Mardi Gras, and then like I went to New Orleans earlier this year, and the first thing that came out of his mouth was voodoo, and this screams voodoo all
That
over.
looks crazy.
This is voodoo all over for real.
That looks crazy.
Yeah.
I actually like the Knicks one.
Yeah, this is cool.
Yeah, it
You
looks good.
can't mess up blue and orange.
Yeah.
The Knicks got the best city jersey in my opinion as well with the blue pinstripes. It just works really well. Really, really nice.
Stop.
What? It's not the Nets because I texted you earlier and you didn't even say you like the jersey. You said I want the shorts. Yeah, you said that.
Yeah,
They're
that cause
fire,
jersey.
bro.
That cause jersey is tight.
It is. It is. I like that cause. Did it? Yeah. Nah.
I don't know. OKC.
Nah. No. Hell no.
Yeah, the
Why didn't you
Magic
just need to
Team
go to
using
the
gray.
Yeah, I don't know what the gray is about.
The NBA using gray on their courts is like black jeans. It can go with anything. No.
They copying. I don't know if y'all remember. The Nets had a gray court like 3 years ago, bro.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Why is
they
all
did.
these teams
Yeah, I
doing this?
remember.
Gray. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Nope.
Yeah, the Suns don't look good either. I don't know what's with the blue.
Yeah.
They have no blue in their jerseys.
Nope.
That looks fine to me.
Yeah, this is cool. Damn, every time I think of Rip City, I just think of Dame, bro. God damn.
Another gray court with the Kings. I would have preferred the purple and black.
Yeah,
like,
they have a little bit
purple
of
and
gray in their jersey, though. Yeah.
black.
No. If you
The
Go
Spurs
ahead.
should have went with the Alamo, like
yeah,
that like pink and
yeah. If you didn't have the Spurs at the top or San Antonio in the corner, I wouldn't know what team this was.
It would have looked like Seattle or something.
Yeah.
Plays there.
Yep.
See, I get the
This is
Drake
cool.
stuff, the OVO.
This
I
is
get it,
cool.
but
I
like
like this.
I would have liked to see like put the actual Raptor on the court, man.
Yeah. This is cool. I like this.
Yeah.
Utah ass. Okay, this is cool. I like this.
Yeah,
I
Utah's
like
not
this.
bad, yeah.
I like this.
It's the same one as yo, as the Bucks. That's what it looks like. Like, what the hell?
I don't know what the Wizards doing. Imagine Kuzma and Poole throwing up bricks on his court. God
Oh
damn.
my gosh.
Yeah.
They're already doing it right now.
That's all the jerseys, and that's the show, guys. So, again, thank you. Tune into us next week. We'll talk about, the look for the Clippers, and they'll have a couple games under their
Real
belt.
quick. How y'all think Wemby looking, y'all? Let's do 1 and 2. How y'all think Wemby looking, and how y'all think Poop Henderson looking?
Wow, that's a stray.
Hey, don't do that to Scoop.
Wemby looks like what I expected of him. He's a perimeter type of guy, type of player. He'll get better, but there are some good flashes. Like there's some alien looking stuff that we've never seen before. That
He out here blocking 3-pointers.
Yeah, and then him taking up for the free throw line for a dunk is, come on, like you can't guard that. You can't guard that. You know what I'm saying? So
Is that the first time I've seen a center block 3-point shots?
True, yeah.
Scoot is a guard, so for him, and you're a guard in the West, so it's going to take him some time. Plus, it's not entirely Scoot's fault because Shaedon Sharp and Anthony Simons want to get their shots. You know what I'm saying? And it's like he's supposed to be the franchise guy, but you have 8 in there, and it's just weird. I think they're gonna have to like gut that team a little bit just to create some order. Like addition by subtraction type of thing. But he's struggling for sure.
Okay.
He's struggling for sure. But all in all, guys, this was a great episode, and tune into next week. We'll talk about the Clippers because I'm interested and intrigued to see what that looks like in the in-season tournament. We'll be live in effect, so we'll definitely have some analysis there, some feedback on that, and you'll get our thoughts on this stuff. So until next week, see you guys. The Knicks, when is their next game? It's tomorrow, I believe. Tomorrow, yeah.
Season tournament.
And they kick up against the Bucks, so that is a scheduled loss. And then
damn,
Bucks
the Lakers
haven't been playing well either. So
yeah, but this is the perfect time for them to get right. And Lakers will play on Saturday.
I need Julius Randle to get right, bro. That's all. Him and
Lakers
Brunson.
Lakers play Saturday against the Magic. They're on a road trip in Orlando. So that hopefully we can get a win out there. And I believe the Nets. I think the Nets play tomorrow, if I'm not mistaken.
Play the Bulls and then the Celtics the day after.
But on a back-to-back. So I think they can beat the Bulls. Celtics is going to be a tall order, but we'll see. I think, just start Cam Thomas, Jacques Vaughn. Just start him and watch. You'll see what happens. So, but until then, peace and love, guys. And thank you for tuning in, man.
Peace.